Salam Merdeka dari Wisma Indonesia di San Francisco. Kali ini saya mempunyai dua orang tamu, satu generasi, ayah dan bapak. Di sini saya ada Lieutenant Lon Ramlan, right? And Bapak Jimmy Ramlan, right? And Lieutenant Lon Ramlan, he's actually worked for the San Francisco department, police department, is it, right? Okay. All right, and we're going to just share conversation about how did you guys end up here, and then what got to do with Indonesian community, correct? All right. Okay, Lieutenant. So your father, I understand, he's half Indonesian.
My father is from Java.
All right.
His family is all from Gresik. They come from a very traditional Muslim home.
Okay.
In Indonesia, and because of the Second World War and the Dutch trying to retake Indonesia, my father elected not to be part of that and was stranded here.
I see.
He was able to make a life as a first-generation immigrant in a community that was very new. There were not a lot of Indonesians in San Francisco at the time, and in the late 40s there were a number of social issues adversely impacting Asians, especially foreign Asians. Through that diversity, he was able to make a life here and successfully raise a family.
Beautiful. And how long have you been working in the police department?
I've been in the police department for 29 years.
All right.
Part of what attracted me to police work was the sense of community and devotion to the people we live with, stemming from our early training and the values presented by my father and all of his friends in raising us as Indonesians. So that from a very early age, we had a sense of community, a sense of ties, certainly responsibility and duty.
Okay. How did you actually end up today at our Indonesian Independence Day at the Wisma Indonesia? Did the Indonesian consulate know somehow?
I do try to maintain contact with the consulate, and in fact, I happened to be there. We were discussing visas. I'm taking my father back to visit the family in September for Lebaran after Ramadan. So we were there, and in talking about the first generation of immigrants, my father's name came up. He's one of the seniors from that generation.
I see. All right. And do you speak Indonesian?
No, although I have a tutor now.
Okay.
And I'm working on it.
Bahasa Indonesia is one of the easiest language in the world. You know, we do not have tenses. We do only just memorize word. You can put it together. Of course, there's a very minor grammatical, but not as complicated as English for sure. Bapak Jimmy sekarang, Bapak dalam sehari-hari berbicara bahasa Indonesia atau berbahasa Inggris?
Bahasa Inggris.
Bahasa Inggris ya. Oke. Tapi masih ingat dong bahasa Indonesia.
Oh ya.
Terus kesan-kesan Bapak untuk di-share kepada audiens kabarinews.com, bagaimana hidup selama ini di negeri Paman Sam?
It's okay,
It's actually
they can
covered,
complain.
right? You can't complain, I know. Yeah, but a
It's
lot
too hot, but can do nothing but peaceful living.
I think a lot of people always thought because we live in America, it has easier life, and all those things. However, no, we here work so hard, and especially San Francisco is one of the most expensive city, in the world, after Paris and London. So yeah, me too. I have like 3 jobs just to survive. But would you like to share something to people in Indonesia right now about our suggestion if you want to come to America? What first thing you need to prepare to be prepared for? It's hard, huh?
Too hard, yeah.
It is hard. But for sure, I think they need to be prepared to work hard, right? 'Cause, you know,
You certainly need to be prepared to work hard,
correct.
but you need to have some fundamental language skills.
Yes.
If you expect to go to another country, just as I'm trying to learn Indonesian to go to Indonesia, Indonesians to come here and to be successful will need to understand English.
Correct. So there you go. You know, English you have to at least have just a little bit. You know, then when you come here, you can study more. But language is something that you cannot just ignore. I think
And
that is
education.
yes.
Education to be competitive in today's workplace is paramount.
Absolutely.
So that you need to get as much advanced education as you can in
Right.
specialty areas to make yourself marketable with various companies or to engage in your own business pursuits.
Yes. And the last words here that I like to talk about is, would you recommend, because we do now have a lot of Indonesian, the younger generation who is reside or even become an American here, would you recommend them to apply to work for a police force?
In my humble
Yes.
opinion, government service can be very rewarding.
Okay.
It may not be for everyone, but it's a career that allows you a number of opportunities both at given levels laterally and the opportunity to promote vertically. And the rewards that you have in serving people are immeasurable.
Yes. Right. Well, all right, folks. That was the very short conversation with me and Lieutenant Lon Ramlan with his Indonesian father, Bapak Jimmy Ramlan. And sampai jumpa lagi. Kabarinews.com, Amran Paul Yuwono in San Francisco.